Hello and welcome to the ICC Cricket World Cup Daily, and boy do we have a corker of a show for you today. So the Cricket World Cup has finally started and we've got highlights of the two opening games as well as chatting to some of our famous cricketing friends discussing the key players in the upcoming match between India and Pakistan. But without further ado, let's head to the MCG for Australia versus England. Player of the match Aaron Finch dropped on naught by Chris Woakes in the first over, hammered 135. Glenn Maxwell got in on the action with a 40-ball 66.
Here's another beautiful strike from Maxwell.
Stephen Finn at least claimed the first World Cup hat-trick by an England bowler from the final 3 balls of the innings.
Here we go. Slammed and he gets it! A hat-trick to finish.
Mitchell Marsh did the damage with the ball for Australia with a career best 5 for 33.
And takes a good catch. Oh, good catch.
James Taylor offered a ray of light for England with an unbeaten 98, but his efforts were in vain as the home side secured the win. Well, what a dominating display that was from Australia, but let's have a look on Facebook to see what you've had to say. And Jackie Peters says, poor James Taylor, best of our batters, and what can I say about Stephen Finn? Well, a hat-trick in a World Cup is always very memorable. Rhonda Cummins says, OMG, very well played Australian cricket team. Happy Valentine's Day all. Aww, thanks Rhonda. Over in Christchurch, the Kiwis take on the experienced Sri Lankans in the first game at the newly redeveloped Hagley Oval. Let's take a look at the highlights. Captain Fantastic Brendan McCullum led by example with the bat.
Well, that's a free hit almost.
He finished with 65 off 49 balls.
It's 50 for Brendan McCullum.
Corey Anderson took over the reins with some unbelievable power.
Oh, gosh.
He finished with 75 to give his side an imposing total of 331 for 6. Sri Lanka's chase began well with opener Tiramane hitting 65.
He's helped it on its way.
However, it was soon derailed by the pace of Bolt and the spin of Victoria. They were all out for 233. A great start for the New Zealand team, and they took to Twitter to celebrate with their adoring fans, with player of the match Corey Anderson tweeting, "Awesome win today, boys. Great start to the World Cup campaign. Hashtag back the Black Caps." And also a special mention to @LovelyShivu, who sent us a couple of his picks of players to watch throughout the tournament, including Brendan McCullum and Kane Williamson, who starred for the Black Caps today. So well done to you. Elsewhere online, @HumiRaw posted the ultimate Pakistan team selfie at the opening ceremony. Now, do you think you can beat this? Well, if you're fortunate enough to be in Australia and New Zealand, why don't you send us your ultimate selfies or your fan photos? Simply hashtag CWC Daily. Now next up, in the group stages, we've got a bit of a special matchup for you.
It's the mother of all game in my book.
And that's why India-Pakistan is always a fascinating contest.
It's one of the most intense sporting rivalries in the world. The last time these two teams met in a World Cup, it drew 988 million viewers, making it one of the most watched sporting events in history. Now the stage is set for India and Pakistan to lock horns once again. That's right, I would hate to call this one, but fortunately we've got some help from some famous cricketing friends who've been telling us exactly who they believe will be the key performers in determining the outcome of this game.
One-day cricket and MS Dhoni go hand in hand. He is the face of Indian cricket. He's done so much for Indian cricket, he's done so much for world cricket. As a wicket-keeper, as a batsman, as a captain, tell me anyone who's better.
MS Dhoni of India, ability to win games of cricket, be there at the end, make sure he gets his team across the line. He's been phenomenal in that regard.
I think he's probably the best reader of a situation when it comes to a cricket game, be it any format, so that's been his major plus point.
This time it's Virat Kohli. The bat made a superb sound.
Virat Kohli, he has dominated tremendously for India. He's come into his own as a one-day player. Not much dominance in terms of Test cricket, but his one-day game has been absolutely brilliant for India.
And this young man is going from strength to strength.
Misbah-ul-Haq, the captain of Pakistan team, one of the things I admire about him is every time he's performed, he's led his team to victory. So his innings were very, very crucial and critical for his team in terms of winning matches. He's been the rock of Pakistan's batting in ODI cricket.
I hope that whet your appetite, and we'll see highlights of that one tomorrow, as well as seeing how South Africa get on in their opening encounter against Zimbabwe. Don't forget to comment below or tweet us at ICC with the hashtag CWC Daily. I'll see you then.